Okay. Hey guys, how are you? If you are listening on YouTube, you haven't heard from me in a long time. I say, hey, how are you? So, I'm a bit disturbed at this point. Okay. So, there are a bunch of horrible, disgusting things going on that have actually been going on for months, like actual months, and for months, a lot of us were so grateful that Jilly Bean, whatever she wants to go by, Jill Morgan, right? I have to say, um, there's a lot of reasons. And what's crazy is people ask me, hey, are you talking to this one? Are you talking to that one? Are you talking to this one? Are you talking to that one? But somehow nobody seemed to care that me and my Patreons over here were like, we're so done with this chick. So here it goes. And you're going to get the truth out of me, and you're most likely going to get a lie. So listen, I've been in bed all day. I'm getting ready to go on like a little vacation. I'm excited about it, and I'm not going to be bothered at all this coming weekend. So I'm just going to let you all have it. Okay, so first we're going to start with Jill. So this chick named Jill, okay? She wears do-rags. She's white. She's in an interracial relationship, and she came in pretty strong about a year ago, right? She's in this relationship. And I kind of noticed that the way she looks, the way she talks, the way she acts is a little bit on this like verge of offensiveness. Like and sometimes I honestly told her that I considered her black. Why? Because of the way that she would talk like this person, like she was really hard, and she'd wear do-rags. And sometimes I would forget that she was white, right? I forgot that the girl was white. So anyway, she comes in major hot like a year and a half ago. And she's being all nice. And just a little bit too nice. She sends me $5 and says, it's my birthday. Hey, Brant, it's my birthday. And happy birthday. It's the last $5 that I have. And on that very first day, in turn, I gave her $100 back. I couldn't believe that someone could possibly do that. All of a sudden, she was just overly nice. And she took one of my little Patreons in. Nice lady called Navy Vet. Does anybody remember? So I get this call. Out of the blue. Listen, get up. I'm sitting there and I'm listening to this. She was up your ass? Yeah, Katrina, I might need you in a second. How about you? Go. There you go. And we'll do this. There you go. And here you go. There you go. There you go. So you go. Okay. So she's like in everybody's kind of business. So I get this crazy call from Laura of all people. And she's like, Marissa. And I said, what? And she goes, I don't really like the way this chick is moving. I don't like the way she's in everybody's finances. You don't think that's strange? I said, I don't think Jill's in Navy Vet's finances. I think she's just trying to help, right? And I gave her a chance, and a lot of us kind of gave her a chance. More than a chance. Now, the things I'm about to tell you are just a little bit disturbing and going to be a little bit hurtful for some people that are listening right now. But this has been bottled up for months. Something was happening, and Princess was here like a year ago, and he was like, listen, you and your little friend Jennifer better watch out. And I said, why? And he said, I was on the phone with Jill and Gina, and it was Jill that said, well, if you're really sorry and you want to make it up to Princess, then why don't you send him a $50 cash out? And I said, no way. And Princess got upset. And he goes, I can't believe that you're not going to listen to me. I've been your friend for how many freaking years? You know I don't screw around when it comes to stuff like this. And me and Jennifer talked about it. And Jennifer says, no way. Now, Laura, you haven't been out of the loop. None of us have said anything except for today. Because Eazy-E really I have proof, okay? Like, it actually happened, okay? So Princess is like, he leaves the house and says, now he goes, you know what? Whatever happens, watch. You're gonna come running back to me saying blank, 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 blank. I said, all right, yeah, whatever. Me and Jill get on, not me and Jill, me and Jen get on the phone, and Jen goes, no way, Jill can't possibly be like that. She's the sweetest thing in the entire world. So I remember I was sitting in the back room and I started thinking about it. I offered Jill a lot of help. I've given Jill a lot of things. I offered Jill a lot of advice. Her standards of living, the lack of motivation, the boundaries that I request or demand were never met. And instead, she would go live, Jill, and go, I don't ever listen to Molly Golightly. And I would tell her things like, Jill, you should really not say things like that. Why not? And I'd say, it just looks really bad. But everybody thinks I'm your lapdog and your bulldog. And I would say, no, it's not even about that. They don't know about the private conversations that we had. My husband has bought another Airbnb. You know? Bought another Airbnb, and my husband is like, I'm going to need someone for that house, blah, blah, blah. We had offered her to go and her boyfriend to live there because she complained that she lived in this house that was from 1950. We've seen pictures of it. We've Googled it. It was made in like 1950 and it was never updated. So it's extremely outdated. It's in a very bad part of, and you can see black mold in the actual basement in the photos if you look at the pictures. So here I thought, you know what? If Jill's at a point where she's calling up me and saying, I have nothing to eat. I've been surviving on a box of crackers. And I'd be like, what are you talking about? I haven't eaten in 3 days. Sandy, we're just gonna tell everybody the truth about Jill and why none of us have talked to her, what she actually did. And you want to know something? Anyone who keeps going further with her, I don't care. It is all on you because you're going to get the total truth of what really happened. And there's about 5 people that are like involved that never messed with this girl. They were just like elated that she was gone. So this is what happens. It gets good. Trust me, guys. And it gets unbelievable. This is what she really did. So she tells us, this is what she told us. She told us, I live with my brother and sister, and they're both drug addicts. And they like to punish me. And they like to hurt me. And they like to hide all of the pots and pans so that we can't cook. So we get to the point where I'm saying to her, all right, listen, sweets, you're going to have to make some sort of progress with your YouTube channel because why isn't it that you're not monetized? I did get monetized, but there's something wrong with my ID. So they took it away, and it had something to do with my birthday. That's what she said. And I said, okay. So I didn't know that this conversation happened with Jen, but just Jen said, go down to the DMV and have them fix your license. She goes, I don't have a license. I only have a state ID. That's what she said. That's what she said. So I'm like, all right. Now, there's things that Jennifer was told. There's things that other people have been told. And then there's the stuff that I've been told. I was kind of on her ass to kind of be like, listen, why are you only working 2 days? It sounds like, thank you, Lori. It sounds like, you need to work a little more. I won't take public transportation. That's what she said. She said she wouldn't go down to DMV. I don't have a ride. That's what she said. The boyfriend is never there, supposedly. That's it. He's got 3 jobs. Apparently, she takes a lot of naps. I think that the naps come from the black mold in that house. I didn't know the black mold until I looked at the house a couple of months ago. Oh my God, it's Benny Keys. Hey, Benny, just letting you know, Hershey Police misses you. I saw one of the cops about a month ago at the Pizza Parlor. Just letting you know. Girl, your voice is cracking me up. No, that's exactly what she sounds like. So if I sound like I have the brain of a 13-year-old, if I sound like I'm as petty, immature, and useless as a 13-year-old, I'm telling you about Jill and what it was like to be friends with her. The girl worked 2 days a week. She would call me up almost twice a week and say, hey, do you want me to send you some Starbucks? And I would tell her, Jill, no, don't send me Starbucks. Don't send me Starbucks. That shit's going to cost you like $25. You need the money. It's okay. Whatever. Don't send me anything. Dude, don't send me anything. Don't send me anything. So anyway, it gets a little worse. I find out last year that Jen Between, who's now an even closer friend to me now because of what Jill did and what Jill personally did to a woman, a Patreon in under. She's in New Zealand, okay? Wait till you hear what this girl Jill did to my Patreon in New Zealand, okay? Wait till you see what she fucking did to Eazy-E, who causes no problem with no one. And in every conversation, Jill would say to me, Marissa, you should really talk to Erica because she's got your back, dude. I didn't know who she was. And I was like, oh, really? She does? So you know what? She wasn't a Patreon. Erica wasn't a Patreon. So I let her, I accepted her as a friend on Facebook. And I did talk to Erica. But when all this shit came out, all this stuff happens the week of Christmas and my birthday. Okay? Now, before all this shit fucking happened, Jill seemed like the perfect friend. Jill really seemed like a ride or die. I got to meet her at a diner. And the thing is I think the only reason that she showed up at that concert in Philly was because now that she's got a lot of things to say about her friend Gotti Girl. And they are the meanest, cruelest things that she says about this girl named Gotti Girl. And all Gotti Girl has done is give this girl money. How many people, now Gotti Girl's not a Patreon, nor is she a friend of mine. I don't have her number. I've never texted her. She's never been a Patreon, nothing. All of a sudden, Gotti Girl went from being the greatest thing on earth to she's an effing psycho. She's blank. And I'm like, what? Wait, what? Got it. So anyway, Marissa, Jen, she's got no groceries. How many times? How many times did we give money for freaking Navy vet? And the thing is Navy vet never asked for money directly. Never asked directly. But she was still a $50 Patreon? Right? So then this crazy shit happens. A Dizzle comes up with this big ass story, right? My son was kidnapped. Excuse me? My son was kidnapped. I talked to Jill. I'm like, what are you talking about? Our son's kidnapped. So Jill does not know the truth about a Dizzle. Neither do I. For all me, Jill, and everybody else knew, a Dizzle had 5 children under that roof. Right? Right? Yeah. I really hope that the clip channels are clipping this. So if you're on YouTube, who's that lady from Australia? The lady from Australia. What is her name? Her and Alicia always go at it. That was just under the belief. You did tell me, Laura, and I'm gonna tell everybody the worst fucking thing in the world is having to sit up here and say, yeah, Laura was right again. Yeah, she was right again. So anyway, Jill hated Laura, but still kept calling her. Jill hated Laura, but still would watch every single thing that she did. Did you hear what Lawrence went live about? I'd be like, no, I didn't. Oh my God. So here we go with A Dizzle. A Dizzle comes on my live. It's still up. I left it up. She's like, my kid was taken from me, custody. I can't get my son back because my ex, who was just in jail for 10 months for murdering and beating to death a guy in a disabled wheelchair, beat him up, right? Beat him to death in a wheelchair. This is her ex. While A Dizzle was sleeping in the other room 10 years ago. A Dizzle says that she didn't hear shit. I didn't hear shit when this guy was getting beaten to death. Really now? You didn't? That's something that I would hear. I would be like, holy smokes. Right? So she seems legit. She's like, here's the article. And I'm looking at a picture of this guy and I'm like, oh my God, you actually let him put his fucking dick in you? You actually let him come inside you? How disgusting are you? She's got 5 kids. Little do we know, she starts talking all this shit. Hey, I need you guys. I need Bullhorn Betty. I need JLR. I need Molly Gold Lightly. I need Jen. I need Jill. I need all you motherfuckers right now, yo. I need all you motherfuckers right now to come on out here and help me, bro. And protest outside this court. Why can't I get my kid back, yo? Why? See, I'm a tough ass bitch, yo. I'm a tough ass bitch, yo. What's up? And I'm thinking to myself, you're in California. You're telling me that you think that JLR, Molly Golightly, Bullhorn Betty, Chill, who doesn't even have enough money for a fucking Gatorade, and Jen, who works her ass off constantly, is just going to get on a plane and go out there and get justice for you? So I go live about it. I'm like, dude, what is like the real deal? Why isn't this judge giving you this kid? The father of the kid is a known felon for murder. I said, what did you do? I didn't do nothing. I'm perfect. All right. No. In order for a judge to say, and listen, I've never been in any sort of courts like this, but from what I know, you got to be a real shitbag mom in order for the judge to say, yo, I think the better place for your child is with your murderer ex, felon con, whatever. So I asked her on the live, palm to God, palm to the Bible, and I said, is it possible? Nick, leave me alone. Listen, no, hold on. All right, I'll see what I can do. I might not be going through Jersey. I think I'm just going to go straight, and then maybe I can come back. I'm busy right now. All right. That was my cousin. Hold on. All right, so then, check this out. She gets mad. Dizzle gets mad because I said, yeah, I don't understand. Did you piss bad? Maybe, is that possible? She went livid. Well, this is the thing. It wasn't a drama question. It was more like a, hey, I come from the true crime community question. Is it possible? Is it possible? She had the nerve to get mad at me, right? Well, guess what? Jill calls me up and she's like, I can't fucking believe it. She's going to lie right now and get all pissy. She's the one that spends all this money on a daily basis on edibles. How could she be mad? So I'm like, oh my God, whatever. So she puts out a GoFundMe. She sends it to Jill. Jill sends it to me. And in my mind, and she's saying, I basically cannot get my son back, who was kidnapped, because I don't have a lawyer, and he does. Listen, baby cakes, I've gone to court how many times with people that have had lawyers, and I walk out the winner every single time. How is that? I don't know. I don't have a law degree. But whatever. I've never been in any sort of custody cases. I don't know how California works. All I know is that I saw an article that this ex of hers, who now has her son and won't give the kid back, turns out the kid doesn't want to go home, but tells all of us, does anybody remember? Oh, he's taking the kids to Disney, yo, getting them pizza and candy, yo. That's why the kids don't want to come back. All right, little white girl, sit your fucking ass down and stop fucking acting tough. You are not tough. You are a moron. And you're a really bad mother from what I hear. It gets better. It gets better. Didn't Nate Dizzle say that she's writing a book? Yes. So check this out. I'm on the phone with Jen during this whole time. And I go, I think it was when we were in Boston. We were in Boston, and I said, meet me outside. Now Jen was really pissed off when we were in Boston. When we went to Boston, we were at this hotel where there was this big conference there. It was all these business people and shit like that. So there's like all these men and women dressed up in suits with their name tags. And Jen says, my fucking Lord. And I said, what's the matter? And she goes, every time she goes, I look at my phone and everything is, it's an emergency. It's an emergency. You got to call me. You got to call me. I go, who the fuck is it? And she goes, who do you think? It's Jill. God. So she goes out. She goes, I'm going to go have a cigarette. So she goes out. She has a cigarette and she talks to Jill, knowing that Jen is in Boston working and networking and sitting through, speeches, lectures, and seeing people that she hasn't seen since their last networking trip. She comes back in here, and I swear on my life, she comes back in here. She goes, now I'm fucking pissed. And I said, what's the matter? She goes, she's going to fucking call me. She's going to fucking call me, this bitch, when I'm working, and tell me that her PayPal or her I think a Cash App card doesn't work. I'm like, shut up. She goes, I can't. So all of a sudden I say, have you got, I go, hey, Jen, did you take a look at A Dizzle's Facebook? And she goes, I have. So A Dizzle is on her Facebook, legit going, I'm a boss bitch. I'm writing a book for famous people, yo. I'm gonna be rolling in it. Motherfuckers can't stop me, yo. Cause I'm the boss bitch. All this hard work, blah, 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 blah. And God is blessing me while you bitches are all gonna have to watch. So I look at it, I don't give it a like, and I don't comment. So I did say to Jennifer, I said, Jennifer, oh my God. I go, did you see this? She goes, oh yeah, I saw it. I go, it's really bad when you boast like that. She goes, oh, I know. I go, the karma from that shit, it can be really bad. She goes, like, yeah, I'll go and say something to her. And I said, oh, hell no, I'm not going to say anything. Have you say something to her? So it turns out she's telling everybody. And I do believe that something was in the works where she was going to write a book, a biography, she was going to write an autobiography as a ghostwriter for actress Taryn Manning. If you don't know who Taryn Manning is, she was in the Britney Spears movie. She was the pregnant girl. She was in Hustle and Flow, and she was in the Eminem movie. Cool bitch. She put up a little video of her and Taryn Manning. Hey, something, what's in the house? Something like this, but not a crack house. And Taryn looks at her and makes like this weird, like that. And I said to myself, I said, oh shit, this is bad. I had a feeling that shit was gonna go. I was like, this girl's not gonna continue working with her. I didn't tell A Dizzle that. But you could just tell in the video, and I hope she shows it, that you could tell that Taryn Manning felt uncomfortable. So while all this court stuff's going on, her GoFundMe is up there for a couple of days. And Jill's like, are you gonna donate something? And I'm like, I go, she's asking for a lot of money. A lot of money. This is crazy. I said, and nobody's really donating. I go, I don't know. I go, maybe if she was closer to her goal, I would give her, money, but I'm not paying. I'm not paying for her lawyer. I know that she's been very generous to me. She would go over to my little gift wish, and she would send me Tom Ford eyeshadows, and she would send me lip balms and hair treatments. She was very generous like that, and I really liked her. So all of a sudden she gets mad that it raised less than like $50. She takes it down. She goes on Facebook and she starts ripping everybody apart, saying, all you motherfuckers, you can't give me and help me, but it was okay when I helped everybody else. And then when we find out, Jill says, you're not gonna believe this. And I said, what? And she goes, you're not gonna believe this. She goes, did you know A Dizzle's mother and siblings, none of them will talk to her? I said, when their grandchild has been taken? Yeah, don't you find that weird? And I'm like, oh my God. So all this crazy stuff starts happening. And I kind of just start tiptoeing away and being like, I don't know. And I don't consider mothers like this. I don't want friends like this, to where a judge looks at a mother and says, yo, you hearing this? This guy who tortured a disabled man in a wheelchair while you slept in another room, but didn't hear it, is a better parent than you. I never got a real answer for that. I never did. I never got a real answer. She'll never tell us, and that's fine. Don't tell us. You don't need to. You don't need to. So all of a sudden, she blocks me on Facebook, and I'm like, whew. So then Jill calls and goes, I gotta talk to you. I'm like, what happened? She goes, I swear to God. Jill goes, apparently, she's still complaining that she doesn't have money and she needs to borrow $200 to get gas and food. I said, what are you talking about? Now, this is the crazy part, you guys. Remember when I was saying that she was on her Facebook saying, I'm a badass bitch, I'm a boss bitch. Her car got repoed. I'm not making this up, but the thing is I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Molly, you're making this up as you go along. I swear on Jake, I am not making any of this up. This is what really happened. And there were a lot of people listening to that live. There were a lot of people that knew what was going on with this chick. And even my new followers were like inboxing me saying, I'm sorry, but I've been through court. And this doesn't make sense that they would choose this guy to be a better parent. So Jill, all of a sudden, sends me screenshots, right? Wait, before this, she stopped talking to us for about a whole month. This was last year. Stopped talking to us for like an entire month. And she's mad because we won't go out there and get on a plane and go out there and protest. We won't go and give to her GoFundMe. And in my defense, I just wanted some real answers. I just wanted some proof. Jill calls and says, Marissa, she's crazy pissed off. She's so pissed off. She goes, I don't know what's up with that Dizzle, man. I've been nothing but a good friend to her. And I just want everybody to know that, she just listen. They get into a fight. And Dizzle tells her, I can't believe you're going to take her side over mine. And you know how I am. Don't choose. Just fucking go. Go away. I don't give a fuck about anything. Just go. I don't care if both of you. Just go. And then she's like, Dizzle's so shady, dude. So shady. And I told her, you can't be giving me an ultimatum. I'm not a little kid. That's what she was saying. So all of a sudden she tells me and Jen I blocked her. She goes, I blocked her. I said, okay. We don't hear anything for a month. After a month, I get a text, and so does Jen at the same time. The text said, hey, can you get me $200? I have no food or gas. Don't know what I'm going to do. And she says, can you ask Marissa and Jen and Navy Vat? And Jill responded and said, why don't you just ask them yourself? Now, also, a Dizzle wanted Jen. I swear to God, I'll have to stick up for Jill here. A Dizzle wanted Jill to go live and do a live fundraiser, I swear on my life, for her. And Jill called me up, and Jill was like, I can't do that, Marissa. And I'm like, no, you really can't. I said, that's going to make you look really, really bad. I go, especially since you can't, I said, yeah, it's just like a really bad look. I said, asking for like a major tragedy is one thing. Her asking for lawyer fees, I said, I would never do that. I would never ask my following for lawyer fees. That's a personal thing. That's your responsible thing. And she was right. She was like, yeah, you're right. I'm not going to do it, but I don't know how to tell her. And I'm like, tell her you ain't fucking doing it. So right underneath the text message of, can you ask Navy vet Jen or Marissa to get the $200? Oh, there's Gotti girl. No, she never said that you asked her for money. She never did. No, she said that she never asked you for money. She just said that you were a complete fucking psycho and you were crazy and that she couldn't deal with you. And then all of a sudden, she was friends with you. Don't know. I don't know. Hi, bombshell. So anyway, it gets better. Me and Jen call each other up. Now, in Jill's defense, Jill said, Navy vet's been in the hospital. She can't give you money. And I thought to myself, what the fuck? And Jill goes, I know! It's been a whole freaking month and we haven't heard nothing. And then look at the other text message that I swear to God, you know what it said? A Dizzle said, can you think of anybody else to ask? So I say, I said, hey, Dizzle, I said, listen, Jill, you need to be done with this girl. This girl is bad news from A to Z, like legit. Separate yourself. She's like, right? Now we get to the good part. Now we're going to get to the truth and the good part. Now we're going to see, forget A Dizzle. She's just a waste. A Dizzle is, you can't help her. She's a lost cause. It's a mean thing to say, but when you're a lost cause, you're just a lost cause. You know what, you little bitch, Jill? You fucking asked for it. You asked for it fucking hard. I've had people and shit be my friend and kind of fuck me over, but you are being called out right now because you are fucking sneaky. And you're sneaky in a way, Jill, that people have been unsuspecting about you for a long time. And here's Laura over there a year ago. I'd watch myself with that girl. She seems too into everybody's money. You're damn fucking right. Kill me now. Yeah, exactly. Laura, of all people, was freaking right. Guess what happened? You're not going to believe what happened. Several times. Several fucking times. While Jennifer, who's a single mother of 3 and has grandchildren, fucking got tired of constantly having to give this girl fucking money. She's like, I don't know what this girl fucking thinks. She goes, she's calling me while I'm on business fucking calls, trying to make fucking deals, and she's like, I need you to help me get a hotel. I said, what the fuck are you talking about? Get a hotel. That was the first time. Oh, Jill wants me to use my hotels.com and get her a hotel so that she can have air conditioning and she can stay there for the night. I said, you're getting her a hotel. She goes, oh, well, she's reimbursing me. I said, why doesn't she do it herself? She goes, because Jill doesn't have a credit card. I said, she's 43 years old. What do you mean she doesn't have a fucking credit card? She goes, I was just like, okay, well, guess what? You know how many times this happened? It happened one fucking more last time where Jill, this is what Jill fucking did to her. She was working, Jennifer was working in her fucking office. Jill called so many fucking times. Cancel it. Book this one. Cancel this. I want this one. That she lost a whole day of work. And Jennifer said, Marissa, I was finding hotels in that area that she could stay at that seemed fine. But she always wanted to stay at some specific hotel that was almost like $200 freaking dollars. And I was like, well, why would you do that when you could spend 3 nights here? She goes, I thought that was like the right thing to do. And she'd be like, I don't want that. I want this one. And I'm like, well, she goes, has she ever asked you? Has she ever asked you to get her a hotel? I said, no, she hasn't. She goes, so just me. And he said, yeah. So them two like get really close, right? Now, we're right before Christmas. You guys, you're gonna love this. And just know whatever's coming out of my mouth, anyone that's watching me on YouTube right now, if you're not gonna like me, don't watch me. I don't care. I don't comment here. But you know what? I'm here to tell everybody about you, fucking Jill, and what you fucking did, and why a quarter of my Patreons can't fucking stand you. How many fucking people have you used and taken advantage of? I'm going to tell everybody. Now you're fucking done. I told you to don't fuck with me. I told you, don't fuck with me. And you fucking did anyway. You are fucking less than you're 2 hours away from me, bitch. I swear on my fucking life. Listen, I rolled up on a fucking baby killer. I rolled up on fucking pedophiles, traffickers. You think I'm not going to roll up on you? How about I follow you when your friend comes to pick you up, that little around the way girl, right? And follow you to the houses that you're casing. You're showing people's houses? Is that true? Is that true? You're showing people's houses while the owners are in there? Oh, here's their closet. Well, here's the little girl's room. That's casing. That's an invasion of privacy. Did you know that your friend, who you don't even like, that owns that company, can completely lose that license for what you're doing? There's a law in Pennsylvania. Yeah. Permission of property. Oh, wait, no. What is it called? Privilege of property. When these people hire you, it's a privilege for you to go in and invade their space. You are not allowed to videotape their fucking houses. That goes into casing. Yeah, you could get in trouble for that. You can get in trouble for that. Just letting you fucking know. You know who told me all this? My sister. Remember I told you my sister owned a cleaning business for years? My sister said, that girl should be fucking fired. There's something up with that fucking bitch. And I said, it's all right. We're good. We're good. We're good. Just, it gets better. I'm on a 3-way call with Jen and Jill. And Jill goes, I got Christmas presents for you guys. And Jennifer goes, what? Christmas presents? Jill, save your money. Jill, save your money. What the hell? She goes, I'll tell you what, clean my house. And I start laughing. And I'm thinking, dude, this girl doesn't have a fucking pot to piss in or a window to throw out. We don't want fucking Christmas presents. Honestly, I just got sick of it. And I'm like, Jill, you're not fucking embarrassed? You're not embarrassed? You have no freaking goals? You have no direction? You have no energy? You just freaking, you call people all day long. You have no shame. I want money for tacos. And I asked her, Jill, why don't you just build a channel and get paid from short videos? Do you know what the bitch said to me? She said it publicly while we were live. She said, I don't want to videotape my clients' houses. But you have. You have. You've done this illegally. You've done it. Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me, Jill. Don't. I am not even fucking kidding anymore. Do not. And do you want to know something? I have not been this fucking heated in a real long time. So all of a sudden, we're on this phone call and we're talking about like money and stuff like that. And like, oh my God, it was just, we're talking about the, what do you call it? We're basically talking about like taxes. Talking about, what was that money that Trump gave out, the stimulus? And what she said, I said, yeah, Adrian told me you better not fucking claim that goddamn stimulus. And Jennifer goes, oh man, I had to, blah, 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 blah. But then Jill goes, fuck yeah, I claim that shit. I claim all that motherfuckers living fucking large. And something snapped in my fucking head. And I said, you want to know something, Jill? I said, I'd rather off myself. Yes, I said it. I said it to her. I said, I'd rather kill myself than live your life. And she goes, what? Like that. And Jen goes, oh boy, like that. And I said, seriously, I'd rather be dead than you live your life. She freaks out, hangs up the phone. Before Jen said she didn't hear the part where you yelled and said, it's a real good thing. God never gave you kids. She goes, oh, thank God she didn't hear that. Yeah. So all of a sudden, she decides that she's going to play a game. She decides that she's going to play a game not only with Jen, but Jen says, you know what? I'm going up to Hershey and I'm going to drive. And Jill says, what? You're still going to go to Hershey after what she said to me? She told me to off myself. And she goes, that's not what she said. She said that she would rather die. She goes, that's what she said. Well, guess what? She ran to Miss Cunty, a Patreon, Miss Cunty, right? She's in the chat and started talking mad shit about me, lied to her and said, Marissa told me to do this to myself. And Marissa makes fun of your teeth. And Marissa makes fun of all of her Patreons. I said, what? I go, what is it about your teeth? And she goes, oh, well, Jill knows that I had some of my teeth. I'm about to get some of my teeth replaced. I said, I had no idea about your fucking teeth, Katrina. So all of a sudden, she goes, oh, and she said some ugly, nasty things about Jennifer as well. And I went, what? So I call up Jennifer, and Jennifer's on three-way. And Katrina goes, you know, I'm sorry to tell you guys this, but when Jill called, it was when you guys were together on your birthday, and I didn't want to interrupt you guys. I just wanted to wait. She goes, she called Jennifer an abusive drunk. And then her husband right next to her goes, he goes, no, wait. No, the husband goes, an abusive drunk. Katrina said just the drunk. I think it was just the drunk. And then the husband chimed in and goes, no, she calls her an abusive drunk. And Katrina was like, Marissa, I'm so sorry. And Jen went, what? Are you serious? And she was like, we did. So all of a sudden, right, gets better. She reaches out, right, to Navy Vet with Jen on the phone and says, Marissa told me to kill myself. And Jill heard her. She goes, Marissa, she's lying to them because she wants everyone to leave your Patreon. And I tell Jill, I said, I find out one motherfucker leaves my fucking Patreon because of you, I'm paying you a fucking visit. She turns around and goes, you need to stop harassing me. Oh, harassment? That's what you think harassment is? Yeah, gotcha. Anyway, she runs to Eazy-E, who's Erica. Erica is this cool lesbian from Michigan. And she calls up me and Jen. And Jen is just losing her fucking ever-loving mind. Jen is like, she fucking lied to Navy vet. She goes, you need to call Navy vet. I said, I'm not doing shit. I said, you want to know something? If Navy vet can't pay her fucking bills, she should not be in a $50 Patreon. She needs, I go, you know what? How about we let Jill just pay for her groceries? Gotcha. That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. I said, there you go. So Eazy-E fucking calls and goes, Maurice, Jen, fucking Eric. She goes, she's on the phone right now, Jill. So we go, merge us in, and we'll be quiet. We're quiet and we're listening to her. And Jill is screaming, like not even yelling. I'm yelling, I'm hollering. She was screaming. She goes, Molly Golightly never did a fucking thing for me. And I'm listening to her fucking go crazy and talk this, and that. Once I heard her say Molly Golightly never did a thing for me, you know what I thought of? Princess. And then I said something. I said, oh, really? You little fucking troll bitch. And Eazy-E gets yelled at. She goes, oh, I can't believe it, Erica. Your loyalty should be to me. Fuck you guys. Click. And then she calls up then she messages Katrina in fucking New Zealand and says, I can't believe you told Molly Golightly what I said. And Katrina, Miss Cunty, says, I've been with Marissa for years. She's helped me for years. You were lying about her and Jen. I don't want anything to do with you. And then blocks her. And then Miss Cunty did reach out and talk to Miss Jen and I with the husband right next door. And she was like right next door in the bed, like right next door. So she could hear what we were fucking saying. And we were shocked to hear an abusive alcoholic. Number one, Jill never met Jen. I did. Jill never came to my house. We went to a diner together. That's it. We had some food. That's it. That was it. I spent a week in Boston in a room with Jen. Jen stayed in my house. So then all of a sudden, right at the end of our trip, Jen says, Marissa, I didn't want to tell you this because it was your birthday and we were having such a good time. She goes, but while I was driving, Jill was saying, I can't believe that you're going to choose her over me after what she said to me. And all this time, her phone's going off. Are you going to come see me? Me and Jen went out for brunch here in Hershey. And I say, okay, so what's the plan? You're going to drive 2 hours to go see Jill, where you can't go into her house because her brother and sisters are straight up junkies and there's barely any furniture. So she goes, no, she just wants to take me to go and get a steak sandwich. She goes, and then 2 hours back. So I told her, I said, that's going to take me 4 hours out of the way just to go out and have a sandwich. She goes, is there any way that you can meet me halfway? No, I can't. And then she says, well, the gas prices are this because I Googled it. So the money is wrong. Because Jen threw out and said, it's going to cost me like $80 in gas. So Jill Googled what the gas prices are and said how much it would be. So Jill wanted Jen to leave me to go out there. Now, by the grace of God, all of a sudden, we wake up We wake up and all of a sudden, boom, her phone starts blowing up right after New Year, right at, like on the 2nd. Boom. People are inquiring about her business. And she's like, Marissa, and I saw it happen. I said, go. She's like, I can literally get home in 10 hours and get on this. And I said, just go. And then she's like, oh, well, now I have to explain this to Jill. We all know that. We all know that, Erica, that she was embarrassed. Everybody on YouTube was saying it. And she got so bent out of shape that she felt obligated to meet me in person. And when Gotti Girl paid for her Uber to get there, do you know what Jill did? Jill said, oh, Gotti Girl wants, basically accolades. She was like, I was so embarrassed. Gotti Girl paid for my Uber to get out there to come see you. And she was in the chat saying, well, I paid for it. And I was embarrassed because I didn't want anyone thinking that I needed people to pay for my Uber. She even tried to pay for the diner. I didn't want her to pay for the diner. Absolutely not. Like, no, I don't know what she makes, but I'm sure I make significantly more. And guess what? I'm the one that ordered a shit ton of stuff and didn't need it and sent her home with it. I met her boyfriend. He seemed nice. I never saw her again. And then this happens. I tell her, listen, bitch. Listen, bitch. You fuck with my Patreons. I lose one motherfucking Patreon because of you. I'm stopping by your fucking house. And I had a fucking plan. I had a fucking big ass plan. Oh, I was like, dude, I haven't had action like this. I haven't had a stakeout in a while. What? Since I hung out with Bullhorn Betty? Shit. Let's fucking rock. I said, well, we'll show her. Right? Does anybody remember the Tom Cruise cutout? Does anybody remember how I had a Tom Cruise cardboard cutout standing in back of me? Gotti, no, I didn't. I told her that privately, that when Marissa asked you how much your Uber was at the table, why didn't you just say, it's okay, Gotti Girl paid for it? She she didn't want to give you any sort of accolades or whatever. I just would have given her the fucking money, but whatever, it's over. So anyway, does anybody remember do you remember when I used to go live and I had a cardboard cutout? It was over a year ago and my mom was still alive. And it was of Tom Cruise and he used to stand in back of me. All right. So there was a woman who bought that for me. And I met her outside of Quentin Simon's house. Right? You remember that little boy that was beaten to death by his own fucking mother? And the grandmother? Right? Sitting there fucking having a good old time, having a party, right? And we're out in the fucking sun, right? Getting treated like shit by the police. Getting treated like shit by the neighbors, right? Almost got hit by a car 500 times, got the fucking finger from the goddamn police, right? Bad people, right? Bad people. Well, I met a lady there from Georgia. She was very nice. Very, very nice. Very, very, very nice. And she had her shit together. She was smart, she's pretty, met her down there. So all of a sudden, I noticed towards the end of our friendship, I'm not saying the person's name, I don't think anybody knows this name, I'm not going to say it. Anyway, this woman went by one name and then she changed it to another. Jill's bothering me. You need to call blank. Hurry up, you gotta call blank. She needs to talk to you. I'm at my son's fucking school. Dude. So I call the woman and she's like telling me her whole life story while I'm literally standing in the fucking school. And I'm like, all right, what is the problem? Okay, goodbye. I gotta go. Click. I don't even remember it because it wasn't like, oh, it had something to do with Michelle Sabate. Oh, yes, that's it. Jill says, I ask you for a favor. I said, what? She goes, they want to know if you'll be a witness tomorrow in court. They're going to do it on Zoom to say that you've been a victim of Michelle Spade because this lady's taking her to court. And we just think that it would be good if you pose as a fucking witness. I said, who's this lady? And she goes, it's a bad lady. Michelle threatened her and her autistic or special needs kid. Something like that. And I said, absolutely not. I said, that particular woman literally said, I don't like Molly Golightly. If I hear you say, I don't like Molly Golightly, the chances of me even spitting at you are very small. I'm not getting up and giving a sworn statement to help you. Sit the fuck down. So anyway, I explained to the lady that gives me the Tom Cruise cutout. And I tell her, listen, can't do it. I gotta go. So all of a sudden, right before me and Jill had this explosion thing happen, where she lied and told everybody that I told her to off herself, I never told her to do that. I would never, but I did definitely say that I would do it. I would Marvin McRae myself, right? Or not, I would go to Six Flags Great Adventure and unlock myself on a roller coaster than live a day in Jill's life. Yes, I would do that. And I mean it. And I definitely mean that. And I called up this, I sent a text. I said to her, listen, lady that sent me the cardboard cutout, I know you talked to Jill. Stop telling her things about your personal life. Do not talk about your finances. Do not talk about your family. Jill told me that you're loaded, you got tons of money, and that you're going to be paying for a girl trip to Georgia. And she responded and said, I didn't say I was going to do that. And I left it at that. Listen, you get one fucking warning. I'm not going to go and make my rounds to people telling everyone, yo, be careful of this one. You know what? You figure that shit out on your own. So basically, now you know. Jill is really fucking sneaky. She's really, really sneaky. She's a sneak. It's the way that she does things. And I have to say that my heart broke for what she did to Katrina, to what she did to Jennifer, and for me to have to swallow my pride and be like, what do you fucking know? Princess was right again. Jill denied what Princess was saying. Princess said, and I swear to you, he came in, he was in the second living room, not the one behind me, the one on the other side. He said, you better listen. He goes, Gina and fucking Jill calls and blah, blah, blah. And it was Jill that said, well, if you really want to make it up to Gina and you care about her, then you'll cash out her $50. And I told her, I don't even have $50. And he goes, Marissa, I just thought that was really sneaky. I brought that up to Jill. I said, did you ask Princess or tell Princess to give $50? And you know what Jill said? She goes, he's a liar. That was Gina that asked. And I called him again. With Jen on the phone. And he goes, no, I know the difference between Gina's voice and Jill's. He goes, I'm telling you, you wait and see. He goes, just watch and see. And guess what, everyone? He was right. So there you have it. She's a sneak. She's interested in everybody's fucking life. and I don't like her. And I remember there's a woman in the chat that everybody fucking knows, a very important person that is loved by Laura's community, by my community, everyone's community. You know what she said to me? She goes, sent me an email and goes, I never did care for that girl, Jill. I'm so glad she's gone. Said, oh my fucking God. And this is one of the most generous fucking people in our fucking community. You want to know what, Jill? Middle finger to you. And you want to know something?